Alright, so we are starting Mass Effect 2 here. We just finished Mass Effect 1 last night. I'll be importing my character here from Mass Effect 1. We finished Mass Effect 1 at level 51. I believe the um, max level in Mass Effect is 60, so we were pretty close. I didn't do everything that I could have done. There were some side quests that I definitely um, definitely skipped over. Could have done them off screen, but decided just to do what I felt was the most interesting or the most important side quests. We were a Vanguard, and we're gonna continue playing Vanguard. I picked Vanguard for how Vanguard plays in Mass Effect 2 and 3. They changed up how the classes play a bit in the second game, and I really like how Vanguard works in the later two games. We were Paragon. I'm sure everyone realized we were doing the Paragon path there. Rex survived because I had a high charm skill. We talked him down on Vermeer. Ashley was the one I chose to have die on Vermeer. It's really a coin flip. I don't love either Ashley or Kaidan, but I think Kaidan is slightly more interesting in Mass Effect 3. I think his story arc works a bit better and is a kind of a more fun thing to see his kind of change. I did save the council during the attack at the very end of the game. I think it's what a Paragon Shepard would have done, even if the Council was against Shepard at every move. It's also nice to see these guys come back. There's a few interesting interactions with them. They don't show up too much in this game. And then we picked Udina for the seat on the council. Anderson said that he didn't like the idea of being stuck behind a desk, so we're not going to subject him to that. Alright, let's get into Mass Effect 2 here.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
Ooh, who are these people? New people. I thought I had subtitles turned on. I'll check here, because there weren't any subtitles in that. So yeah, we're investigating some Geth attacks here. The council doesn't really know what to do with us after we took down Sovereign and Saren.
Disengaging FTL drives.
I know,
Emission syncs active.
Yeah, it looks like I need to turn
Board is
subtitles
green
on
while
here.
running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
It can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Oh no, Presley.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Oh man, we're getting messed up. Nice Wilhelm scream there.
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time? I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either. I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Commander! Caden, go! Now. Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go! Go! Go!
Well, the Normandy, my baby. And now to find where where subtitles are in the menu here. There they are. Turn those on here. See, I always loved how this game
Mayday! Mayday! This is SSV Normandy!
this game sort of starts off hot. There's no
Damage from an unknown enemy!
there's no intro. This game just starts off right from the get-go, full cylinder. Also, this in-space part here is really cool. I really enjoy this part of the intro here. Also, that Caden was there in that little intro cutscene. And like I was talking about last night, the game kind of forces you into a romance. You can deny them like right at the last second, which I did because I was choosing not to romance any of the characters. But depending on who you were the closest to romancing in Mass Effect 1, they're the one that shows up there. So male Shepard can have Ashley show up there, and then you can both male and female Shepherd can have Liara in that spot instead. So you get a little bit of different conversation there, depending on who you romanced or who you got close to romancing, or the game forced you into romancing.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm.
Oh, things just got real, guys. This game, Mass Effect 2 doesn't pull any punches in the very opening here. BioWare did a really great intro. They knew exactly what to do with the intro here. Just like that, Shepard is dead. No, we're not gonna do the interactive comic. I played through Mass Effect 1. I just played through Mass Effect 1. I don't think we need the refresh.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned. You get a pity trophy, I guess, there in the beginning for Shepard dying. We are going to keep what Shepard looks like from Mass Effect 1. They actually, for Legendary Edition, they kept the character creator the same across all three games. So what Shepard looks like in Mass Effect 1, all of the options are the same for 2 and 3 in the Legendary Edition. We are going to play as a Vanguard again. Vanguards are really cool. Ooh, I get a bonus power because of stuff I did in the first game. So we get flashbangs for free.
something that our class would not have access to.
She's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Damn it, Watson. She's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. Too close. We almost lost her.
I told you no less than the straw. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
So,
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
this game,
Look out!
went away with the weapons that could overheat from the first game,
Moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
and put in clips now, so you actually have ammo in Mass Effect 2 and 3. I like both. I think they both work well.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your...
Hostile forces have engaged.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
I don't think I've ever used flashbangs as or in this game. I don't really remember how grenades work in this game. Oh, big old security mech there.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Yeah, as you can see in the subtitles, Miranda is talking to us. She was the woman from the opening cutscene. We'll learn a bit about her in a bit. I'm not gonna spoil anything about any of the characters if you haven't played or watched a playthrough of this. I'll let it kind of, the information come in kind of organically.
More reinforcements heading your...
Got a grenade launcher here.
Here come the mechs. Use...
Miranda was gonna tell me to use the grenade launcher, but I was way ahead of her.
Elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, you can read me. I've got mechs closing in on my position.
So yeah, this game adds a new type of weapons, heavy weapons. They they use a unique type of ammo that's different from the rest of your weapons, and they're just generally like a stronger type of weapon.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
So yeah, these people recovered Shepard's body after she died, and somehow brought her back to life.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far.
It costs 4 billion credits.
Seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
So yeah, maybe we'll figure out who these people are and why they brought Shepard back for so much money. No. Sorry, bud.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become a new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
So Wilson was the other person there when we woke up earlier. He doesn't seem to like Miranda.
I've got him. Shepard, on target. What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
I just woke up. Probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
The good stuff. So yeah, powers and stuff are pretty much the same in this. Although, unlike Mass Effect 1, classes get special ammo rather than ammo being a thing that you can equip. You'll see that Jacob already has fire ammo, and I can equip that as well.
System failing. Hostiles have engaged.
They're falling back. Ready to get the hell off this station?
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
We'll figure... Let's talk to Jacob here, figure out what's going on.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier.
Humble
I
boy.
served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damn if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! A bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean, cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. They knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Let's get out of here.
You bet. We can get into the service tunnels through this door.
Alright, so we got our first squad member here.
Hostiles detected.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy.
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God! I'm hit! They shot me!
Just checking to see if there's any loot or anything in any of these rooms. There's a data log.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. We talk about this after we fix my leg.
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe and then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did she wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
Sure, let's use overload on the canisters.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
You can also blow those kind of canisters up.
Down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
So Cerberus, we engaged with them, I think, one time in Mass Effect 1 in a side quest. They are sort of a pro-human splinter group of the Alliance military. They're kind of seen as, like, terrorists in a way.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
So you'll notice that Shepard is missing the scar that she had in the first game that I gave her in character creation, but she has these new scars. Can get some credits. So yeah, the Lazarus Project, I guess, healed the scar that I had on my face, but because they had to go in and, like, basically reconstruct Shepard, there's some new scars on my face.
System failing. Critical system damage.
Hey, robots are kind of cool in this game. You can blow their limbs off. You can see this one's losing or missed an arm. You can shoot their legs out from under them and stuff. Pretty cool that they added, like, some destructibility to some of the enemies. Oh, okay, I cannot level up Shepard. I believe you get some bonus XP for importing your character, but right now it looks like I cannot level Shepard up. Some more credits here.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
So, yeah, Shepard was pretty hecked up. We're gonna do our first security here. The opening of safes and stuff is different in this game It's not the button presses from the first game. It is now mini games. And there's, I think, 3 different mini games. There's this one where you have to find matching pairs of symbols. And these are kind of time-based. You can get skills and items that will increase the amount of time you have to complete these. They're pretty easy though. If you want to invest in those things, money's pretty easy to come by in this. You might as well. Money and resources aren't too hard to find, so you might as well.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Oh.
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Sure, let's talk.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Fair enough.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Fair enough.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
Did some new ship designs in this, which is appreciated. A lot of Mass Effect 1 looks very much samey. This game also had a much bigger budget because EA, now owned BioWare at this point.
Man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? Been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid. Raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the Elusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
If you don't import a character, there's actually like 2 or 3 more questions that are asked there to fill some more
the
stuff
Elusive Man
out.
is waiting for you in the other room.
So, armor now is, instead of getting different sets and levels of armor in this, you get different armor pieces and can customize what Shepard's armor looks like. You also can choose what Shepard's casual outfit on the ship looks like. It's always funny to me that you can, like, have a cocktail dress. We're gonna go with casual hoodie Shepard. I like casual hoodie Shepard. Oh, okay. So, the armor DLC is not included in this. There were some, armor pieces that were DLC for pre-ordering and stuff, and that's sort of interesting that that was not included. Yeah, you can choose how shiny your armor is. You can go with different levels, or you can go with completely matte, which is kind of cool that they gave you those options. We'll go with the standard thing. It's cool now that you can really pick whatever you want Shepard to look like, and it looks like they may have added more colors than what were in the original game. It's cool. I think for right now we're gonna go with the basic black that Shep's wearing. You also can add 2 patterns here. I kind of wish they would have added more patterns for the armor, because being limited to 2, kinda eh. I wish there was more you could put on Shep's armor. Cool little scan.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
What exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one woman, one very specific woman, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
So the Elusive Man here, he is, he's voiced by Martin Sheen, and they definitely, in the remaster here, reworked what he looks like a little bit, facially, and he looks a bit more like a young Martin Sheen. I don't hate it.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention where you killed one of them.
That sounds about right. The Reapers are very interested in the strongest, most advanced people in every cycle, as you could call it. So Shepard took down a Reaper. Maybe they've completely shifted their focus over to humans.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
The little achievement for talking to the elusive man. I can now level up Shepard. As you can see, the level up screen is much smaller than it was. The classes are a lot more specialized in this game. But Vanguard gets 2 types of ammo now that do different damage. One's fire, one's armor, or one's ice, rather. So fire damage in this takes down armor, which is a new type of resistance that enemies can have. So they still have shields, but they can also have armor, and to take down that armor, you can use fire damage to do it faster. It's sort of like an extra health bar that some enemy types have. I haven't used this ability yet, but Vanguards now have the charge ability, which allows you to basically use biotic energy to slam into enemies, like slam your whole body into enemies. It's pretty dang cool. gonna do that and get Shockwave here. Shockwave is a new ability in this where you send a wave of biotic energy through the ground. It's a pretty sweet ability. Definitely want to level up definitely want to level up Assault Mastery here. Yeah, that's fine. That looks okay for now. You can see I already have a bunch of money, and I also already have some resources. You get some extra stuff for importing over from Mass Effect 1, and it looks like they still kept that for the remaster. We're gonna save here. I can talk to Miranda and Jacob here to get a little bit more lore and information about them, so let's do that.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
So yeah, Miranda is very pro-Cerberus, and despite, being the person who pretty much brought Shepard back to life, she doesn't love that Shepard is kind of pro-alien, I guess you could say. She also doesn't know if Shepard is gonna hunker down and really do what Cerberus wants.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The Elusive Man was. If I was running the show, we'd have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the Elusive Man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Yeah, I'm glad he was in charge. Me too, Shep.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The Elusive Man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Miranda's a bit of a, no-nonsense, kind of femme fatale sort of character.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The Elusive Man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the Elusive Man convinced you to join us, Commander.
Talk to Jacob here. Jacob's the nicer squad member of the two.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
It's true. I mean, we don't know. We don't know anything really about Cerberus besides that they've done some shady stuff in the past.
You said you served in the Alliance.
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
So basically, the Alliance had privateers, pirates that that would work on their behalf, but they could deny any involvement with, like, what was going on in the Caribbean, back in the 16, 17, 1800s.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council. Nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
So yeah, Jacob kind of has that issue that Garrus had in the first game, where Garrus, enjoyed being a C-Sec officer and taking down criminals, but he didn't like that, he was bogged down by so much red tape, and sounds like Jacob sort of shares his sentiments about that.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
That's all for now.
Yes, ma'am.
Get some renegade points? What did I do? Oh well, it's not a huge deal. I already have a ton of Paragon points. So yeah, there's now this little end of mission screen that you get. I guess they wanted to show you like a little update for what you're getting. It also shows you all of the extra stuff that you got for importing your character over. So for having a 51 level character, I started at level 3 instead of level 1. I got all those credits. And then it's got some resources. So resources are now a thing in this that allow you to craft upgrades for both the ship that you'll be using in the game and weapons and armor upgrades. So pretty cool that they reward you for playing the first game. And you also now get some money for completing missions instead of just having to find money and sell stuff. Like in Mass Effect 1, they actually give you a little bit of spending money for working with Cerberus. We probably won't put too much looking into those screens. We just played that. We don't really need a recap. But it's kind of cool that that's there.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. We've got no target to go after.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
One thing you'll probably see me do a lot in this playthrough is make sure that everybody has their special ammo equipped. Even if it's not gonna, like, help me out right now, I wanna have, you know, their special ammo equipped because it does give a little bit of extra damage. Gonna pop some points here into Cerberus Operative to make him a little better, and then we have 1 point left over that we can't spend yet. Do the same thing here with the Miranda. We'll make her overload better, because we're gonna be fighting some mechs here coming up, not any organics, so having a stronger overload will definitely be helpful. Sweep around, look for loot. There's sometimes loot hiding back here. I don't remember if there is on this planet or not. Doesn't look like there is on this planet.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
I was just about to say that. Looks like everyone was eating when the attack happened.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, no signs of battle.
Looks like everybody just got up and left.
Oop. Sounds like Fenris mechs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colony.
Charge him up!
Shoot them before they take out the shields.
Rerouting power. Critical system damage.
You're done!
Oh yeah, mechs blow up when they die in this.
Those mechs shouldn't be hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Spooky. Med kit over here. And a safe. Another one of those, those matching pairs. So yeah, I don't know if it's still this way in the remaster, but if you fail one of the security things, that's it. You don't get another chance to you don't get another chance at doing that. Here, I'll use the charge ability. You can see what that does. Just yeah, you slam right into the enemies. It's a pretty cool ability that Vanguards get. It does leave you vulnerable. You have to be careful. It's a cool way. It's a cool thing that you can do if the enemies are right by cover, and you can take them out and hide behind cover. We got some Quarians.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let
Ooh.
me handle this.
There's our girl.
Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Praza is kind of a jerk, and we're gonna run into him later down the line in this game too, and he's just a big old jerk.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
Oh, dang.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
So it sounds like Tali has benefited greatly from us helping her out there in the first game, and that she has some kind of command going on. Good for her.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of him.
They've seen us.
I've got him!
Systems engaged.
That guy out there do another one of these matching games here.
Use overload on him.
So yeah, that he just said use overload on them, and this game actually shows you what abilities will be good against the enemies that you're targeting and what will be less effective. And overload overloads shields. It also just generally hurts mechs in general.
Yeah! You're done!
Yes!
So yeah, these are sort of...
Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
So yeah, those enemies are kind of upgraded versions of those mechs that we saw in the first game. Those mechs that we dealt with a lot in the first game. And like I said, Praza is a bit of a jerk. Where are these guys? I don't have a good spot of cover here.
Target down. Yeah.
One left. There we go. Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading dock. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Fraza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover, and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
See, I didn't use this very much in the first game, and I probably won't use it very much in this game either. But you can put your squad in different spots.
Take point, Shepard. We'll
They
cover the
want
door.
me to put them by the door
Taking
here.
cover!
And they want me right here. So we got a big ol' security mech here. Big ol' armored boy. Oof. Oof. Bigger oof. Mech's just tearing Prasa apart.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overlord will take out their shield. Here we go.
Look at my flashbang. Here, let's throw the flashbang. I don't know if it will do much, but we'll throw it. It's actually a pretty good first, like, little boss here. As you can see, his armor's dropping pretty quick there because I have the fire stuff.
Watch out!
Alright. So, Vitor is right up here ahead, but there's some loot in this area, so let's grab the loot here. Got another one of these safes. No big deal. Some power cells, which is heavy weapon ammo.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
If you have full metagel or in this, it will give you credits instead for it. Got some iridium here we can use for upgrades. And it says we can afford that research project there for the collector assault rifle. Collector, what's that? We don't know what that is yet. And we can scan this mech here.
This looks interesting.
Which will give us an upgrade for carrying heavy weapon ammo. So, this game has a bunch of different weapon and armor upgrades and whatnot, and some of those will come organically, and then some of them you'll have to find in the wild. And that's kind of the game's way of introducing that.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Mechs will protect.
Shut those screens off. Stop him from being so distracted.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
So that was the thing I did to shut off the screens was a button prompt, and those will show up every once in a while. That one was a Paragon thing that we did, so I got Paragon points for that. There are going to be ones that are Renegade, and you can actually wait, and that Paragon opportunity will actually pass, and there's a Renegade opportunity to get some Renegade points, where instead of using your Omni tool to shut the screens off, you shoot the screens to turn them off, which scares the crap out of Vitor and gives you some Renegade points.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
What's a collector?
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
It's horrible.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Interesting.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omni-Tool data, but please, Just let me take him.
Yeah, I agree with Tolly here. I think this guy has kind of suffered enough.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omni-Tool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
These spooky new enemies, the Collectors.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vidor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Very interesting.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Get a little primer here on where everybody is.
Where's Caden Alenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Interesting.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
We obviously helped him out by finding that armor.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Be cool to have Tali back on the team.
Where's Liara Tisani?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Shadow Broker, very interesting.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Sounds good. And what else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
It's our boy.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
Can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, records sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
They rebuilt the Normandy. Gave her a pretty new coat of paint, too.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name. So yeah, the Normandy's changed a little bit since we were last on it, so we're gonna investigate the Normandy a bit here.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the 3 of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
So yeah, we now have a private terminal where we get emails and stuff, which is kind of cool. It's a way to get some side quests. And there is still an elevator that takes us to the different decks. Shepard has their own room that you can check out. And the tech lab there, it's saying to acquire the professor, so we do want to grab Morden before we can upgrade anything. We're gonna go talk to Joker here, get some more information about Edie. Grab that bit of codex there.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Enjoy it, Joker. If we're stuck here, we might as well let them pamper us.
Does it breach uniform regs if I get that on a cruise shirt? Because this is my favorite you have no choice ever.
Technically, this is a civilian ship. I'm probably lucky you're still wearing pants.
Yeah, I'll save that for the off-hour cameras. Have an AI watch me 24/7.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted at this time.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
I love how she turns red like Hal from 2001.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Alright.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Okie dokie.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
So it seems that just as we don't fully trust the elusive man, he also does not fully trust us. Talk to this woman here.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, and she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the elusive man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
So you can flirt with Kelly here and say I'd embrace you. I think we'll just be a nice person.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later. Welcome aboard, Commander.
Kelly's kind of cool. Kind of a cool character. She's a fun little character. So we have a bunch of stuff here. Captain Anderson sent us a message saying that if we really are alive, he wants to come check us out or come up, see us on the Citadel. This is a message from the Elusive Man about Zaid. Zaid is a DLC character. So he's a squad member that you had to have the DLC for in the previous version, but he's included in this. So we'll pick up Zaid then at some point. This is a little side quest here. And this side quest starts Project Firewalker, which was also a DLC. This is another side quest about checking out the wreckage of the original Normandy, and we'll probably be doing that. The Recon Hood was also DLC. I believe it was pre-order DLC. Project Overlord is another DLC, and it's kind of a difficult DLC if I remember correctly, so we're not going to do that right away. Another piece of DLC here, the Arc Projector, which is a heavy weapon. Kasumi Godo is another DLC squad member. And then this is just telling us about that money that we got. So as you can see, the Normandy is quite a bit different now. We don't go into that back area with the kitchen stuff anymore when we go through that door. That's where Jacob hangs out. We'll talk to him and see how he's feeling about everything.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
So Jacob is kind of like a similar character to Ashley from the original game. At least his personality is, anyway. We can't go into the tech lab yet. We need to get Morden before we can do that. This is the new room where you'll have the mission breakdowns, like at the end of Mass Effect 1's missions. We're gonna hop on the elevator here and go to other parts of the ship.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, new message? Alright. I'll check it out before I go down. Oh, no new messages. Okay, well, thanks anyway, Kelly. Go down to the crew quarter. I believe that's where Miranda is hanging out.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
We can pick up a little side quest here.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the Collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time.
Most
This ain't
of the
no
time.
luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
Yeah.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
So yeah, some mention of Batarians there. They were in that DLC we did in last night's stream. Batarians, I think, are kind of a favorite of one of the story writers. So we get to see some more Batarians here coming up. Talk to Miranda here.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
So, she's kind of like a rendezvous person between the elusive man and the ship. Yeah, she makes reports and stuff. She doesn't really have an analog in the first game, but we learn quite a bit more about her as the game goes on, and she seems kind of like a get down to brass tacks kind of person, but she opens up a bit more. I like Miranda.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structures similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
And, we'll kind of be that way with the elusive man for the rest of the playthrough. I don't really learn too much about him. Guess they wanted to keep him mysterious.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
It's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
So yeah, we'll learn more about her, what's going on with her and her genetic modification and everything as we talk to her a bit more later on. Pop down to engineering. There's a interesting conversation to be had down here. Grab a little piece of info there.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
There's another little side quest. Pick that up. It makes things a little easier later on in the game.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper Menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
That's fair. Totally fair.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags.
Daddy bags.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Aw. They're a sweet,
Well,
sweet little group of people here.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
I told you she would. How do I get back upstairs? Oh, elevator's right there. Alright, go back up to CIC. There's no real reason to go up to the cabin right now. We've been told twice now to pick up Morden, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Morden first.
No messages for you, Commander.
The galaxy map here has changed a bit. You actually control the Normandy now. You fly around with it. It's not really anything different from the way you did it before, but oh, I forgot about this. So you can scan planets now for resources, and you want to find these spikes of resources and collect them. Looks like right here is pretty good.
Probe launched. In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics. Launching probe. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
A lot of this I'll probably do off screen, but I'll show this little mini game here just so we can see it. Oftentimes there'll be two that are really close to each other, and you sort of have to pick which one you want to get, which resource you'd rather have out of those areas. Again, in the long run, it doesn't super matter. You can buy these resources too. It doesn't super matter what, which ones you grab. Oop, there's a big spike. Find that again. This can be a little finicky. I hear it's better on PC. I guess it's just that.
Launching probe.
There's one around here. Oop, there it is. That's a big one.
Probe away.
Oop, where was that spike? There it is.
Probe away.
Grab that platinum here.
In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
Grab that.
Probe launched.
I think that's all I'm gonna do on this planet. There's more resources to collect here, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. Oh, well, I found this one, so I guess I'll grab that one here. Oh, and now I've gotten it down to poor, so I've gotten all the big spikes of stuff. But yeah, I forgot that that was a thing that you could do in this. And how I forgot you collected resources like that. Also, instead of just jumping to different systems. Now you can actually fly to them, and that requires fuel, which you will buy at fuel depots here. I don't actually have any fuel, so I'm gonna max out my fuel here just because we'll be using it later. And then can we buy probes? No, we can't. We cannot. Oh no, we can buy probes. We'll buy the maximum amount of probes too. Alright, we're gonna go to Omega. Omega's cool. It looks like a jellyfish. The design of Omega is real good. Oh, oops, sorry, I was checking something on my laptop. This gives you some info on the other people. All of these other profiles here are people that I can pick up, and then the blacked out ones are ones that I don't have information on yet. But Jacob and Miranda are the only people we have here, so let's take them. Oh, and I can level up again. We'll put another point into Shockwave. And that unlocks Pool for us, which we'll be unlocking as soon as we can. Jacob has 3 points. We could give him another point of Pool, or make his incendiary ammo better. We also give him more health and weapon damage. I think we'll make his Pool better. These skills at the very bottom, you can't unlock them until you get their loyalty mission completed, which only happens when you have reached their or a certain level of friendship with them. But it's like an extra ability that they get then. And we will upgrade her warp ability, because warp is a really great power. They made it a bit stronger in this game, so we'll do that. And we can pick what weapons we take with us now. We don't have any other guns currently, but we do have either the grenade launcher or the arc projector, and I like the arc projector a little better. It's like a chain lightning gun, so we're going to take that with us. And then Miranda and Jacob do not have other options either.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife now.
Alright, Aria.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Gonna now pull up the map here as well. The map's a little different than it was before, but I like it. I like the more detailed map. And here we're gonna pick up Zaid, one of the DLC characters.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. You should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Go ahead and get set up on the Normandy.
Right. I'll go make myself at home. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and he's using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
So yeah, Zaid's a tough bounty hunter dude. Cool Australian accent. The two DLC characters in this, Zaid and Kasumi, they're not as fleshed out as the other party members. Kind of unfortunate that you don't get like full conversations with them down the line, but both of them have cool little side missions that you unlock, and they're both pretty helpful in combat, so nothing to sneeze at. I like their inclusion, at least.
Come on, let me in. Aria's expecting me.
Ronnie, if she were expecting you, you'd be inside.
I'm gonna go talk to Aria first. It sounds like she is in charge, and we should definitely check her out first.
What are you looking at?
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
That's just a little way to pick up some Paragon points.
You want to talk to Aria.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
I am Omega.
Yes, she is.
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one ruler. Don't fuck with Aria.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
So, what can I do for you?
Let's get some information here.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
I'm putting a team together. He's on my list.
Interesting. You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
Oh, yeah?
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate. But I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
That's fair. Shepard is inconsequential to what's happening on Omega.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer, mind your own damn business.
Maybe I'll come back later. Maybe I'll be here.
Maybe I'll be here. They did such a great job on Aria. She's a great character. We get to see more of her later in Mass Effect 3. Since we're here, we're not gonna do the Archangel mission just yet, but since we're here, we'll get the trigger for it.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? Well, aren't you sweet? You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
That's rude.
Wow, not even a smile. So you're here to fight then?
Sure, if this is the place to go after Archangel.
This is the place. Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing, operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a forge out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Oh, don't be so sure.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough.
I'm old enough.
Omega. I know how to use a gun.
So does Archangel.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Get those Paragon points there and save that kid's life, probably. People that were paying attention, he sounds like Jenkins, the guy who dies in the very beginning of Mass Effect 1 on Eden Prime. He's the same voice actor, and he even looks like Jenkins a little bit.
Come on, let me in.
Alright, so yeah, we're not gonna do Archangel just yet. Archangel definitely it's gonna be a cool mission. We're gonna do that. I think next stream we'll do Archangel. We're gonna pick up Mordin this time around. There are a few things I want to do here on Omega real quick before we go to Mordin, though. We can grab those couplings that they needed down in the engineering bay. We can also grab some different upgrades here. They're all a little expensive. the Geth shotgun is a really nice weapon. And this is a really nice rifle as well. We'll grab both of those, I think. And, this is real dang expensive for upgraded shotgun damage, just 10%. We'll remember it when we have a bit more cash. And this heavy skin weave is really expensive too, for extra 10% as well on health. I think we'll, leave these 3 upgrades for right now. They're pretty expensive. All these Vorcha hanging out down here. There's another shop around here. I just forget where it is. You can get leg armor that increases your speed when you're running. You can get a ship model here for Commander Shepard's cabin on the Normandy. We'll grab that. So you can buy the Blood Dragon armor here, which is from Dragon Age. It's kind of a cool little nod to Dragon Age. Get another helmet here that that increases shield regen speed. I don't think we need it though. I don't think we need these legs either. I think we're alright.
What do you want?
What's behind this door?
VIP section of the club. For those with the right name. Do you want something?
I don't want anything at all.
Check out Afterlife's main floor. You'll like it.
I think there's a mission that gets us back there. Headshot damage up is nice, and I think I will pick that up. This is another chest piece that does the same thing as that helmet did, and it's not too expensive, so I think we'll pick up that chest piece too. I was telling you about the increasing the time that you have to do the hack, and the hack module here is one of those. Here's another set of armor. It looks like, so the DLC armors are included, but you have to buy them from various vendors now. I don't hate that. It's kind of a cool way to keep them in the game, but also make you spend money on them. And this is a gravity gun. Think of it as like a black hole gun. It's another heavy weapon, and this was also DLC. It's not too expensive. I think I'll pick that up. Oh, and there's a model ship here, and I'll pick that up too. I think we're gonna head back to the Normandy real quick and actually equip that stuff that I just bought. I think I'm actually gonna hop off for the night once I equip that armor. I've been playing now for 2.5 hours, so I think it's a good length for stream tonight.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
We'll check that message the next time we stream. I think that might be another side quest. There's a lot of side quests that get introduced right at the beginning of this game. We'll put that visor on and change out the chest piece. I don't think I picked up any other armors. No, I didn't. Alright. Save here. And I think that I'm gonna get off for the night. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll probably be on tomorrow around the same time.